Listen to this fascinating study that they did at Harvard. They were trying to research who's happier 12 months later. Somebody that wins a $500 million lottery or somebody that becomes a quadriplegic. They get into a life-altering accident in which they lose the ability to use their hands and their feet. They're wheelchair bound for the rest of their lives. And they wanted to study and see which one of those is going to be in a better place 12 months later. It sounds so ludicrous to even research that. Somebody that wins a $500 million lottery versus somebody that becomes a quadriplegic. But you'll be shocked at what they found. What they found was that 12 months later, they're both back at their baseline, wherever they started 12 months before. So in other words, to make a visual, if this one started here, he rode a $500 million lottery, came back down. By the time 12 months later, he was back at where he was. This one became a quadriplegic, so it started out here. He had a tough year, and he comes back to his baseline 12 months later. Imagine. I have lived to see this in real life. My father was diagnosed a couple of years ago, and unfortunately, he passed on with a neurodegenerative illness, which winded up having him become wheelchair bound and not be able to do anything for himself. And I saw it didn't take that long for him to come back to his baseline. It's an unbelievable concept. If somebody of that sort, somebody with such a big problem, could come back to their baseline 12 months later, shouldn't you be able to overcome the challenges you have in your life emotionally, the things that bother you, the situations that are not going the way you want it to go, the people in your life that are not perfect, the issues that you have with yourself, the imperfections in yourself? Shouldn't you have been able to overcome it in an hour, in a month, in a year? If somebody can overcome such a big obstacle and come back to his baseline a year later, your thing should take a very short period of time. You have to learn how to be able to make it go in the quickest way possible. We can't change circumstances. We cannot control things outside of ourselves, but we could control how quick we come back to our baseline, how quick we ride the problem in our life to be able to come back to a balance and not allow it to rob us of our baseline, of our peace of mind, of our calm, of our emotional freedom. Because if we're not in that place, it holds us back. And our goal in life, since we do this ride one time, is to be able to ride things the quickest way possible so we come back to our emotional freedom state. And that's where we need to be able to have the best possibility to achieve the life that we desire and deserve.